Well, welcome back everybody. We'd like to run you through the redesigned test bed, and after we walk you through it, show you some of the new key features, kind of give you a little bit of a rundown or an explanation as to why. You can probably already tell that the 3x3 box is now off center from where it used to be to the left. It used to be centered up with the monitors up at the top. But we'll walk this way for a moment. So you're going to notice some key changes that we made to the test bed in order to get around some of the issues that we had before. We've gone ahead and mounted the Ultra Tugger to the floor base, as you can see, and the Ultra Tugger, the top of the capstan, is centered with the raceway. We also took the Greenlee tensiometer, and you'll see right here, I don't know how well it'll come across on the monitors. It's not going to come across very well, but you can see we've already set up for our first test bed with the Cable Glides product line. We inputted the data. We have the rope already fed through. Typically this is mounted to the boom on the Greenlee puller, but because we're using the floor base, we went ahead and made a temporary stand for the tensiometer, the Greenlee tensiometer. Greenlee, if you want, feel free to go ahead and patent that. I don't know why you don't make a why you don't make an adapter that allows that to be mounted to the floor so you can use it with the floor base, but nonetheless, so we have the rope run through. We even created a beefier stop here for the raceway. Because of the pull force. As you know, we're trying to mimic an installation that would take place underground, as difficult as it may be. And usually this would be concrete encased with tons of dirt on top of it holding it in place, or that would actually be excuse me, that would actually be where a man vault or a manhole would be, and it'd be rigidly held. You'll also notice all of our 90s are now separated. The 4 spacers here, and then at the next 3 bends, these are all 4-foot spool pieces basically. The pieces that are now cut in the middle of the horseshoes, these are both 5 foot, so this is a 5-foot piece as well as that one. We also made the support for the 3x3, mimicking a manhole type installation, just so you can see the pass-through of the rope and the Cable Glides product line. We made this all beefier, more stout, so that we could accommodate the pull forces. And basically from this point on, it's the same that you've seen in the previous videos. So we have our pulling heads. We have the Cable Glides product line all the way down to the very end. Out in front here we have the Southwire that's coiled up, and general wire and cable is currently installed within the Cable Glides product line. Now, we don't have a video on this at the moment, but I can tell you that this 60 feet of 750 that you see here, when we installed the Cable Glides product line on it, we actually hand fed this into here. No pulling equipment was actually needed. We installed the Cable Glides product line there at the end, fed it in through the end of the raceway, and we were actually able to just push this in to this point where we made up the head. So here's basically the reason why you're seeing the redesigned Cable Glides test bed. So when we were going to actually do a comparison between the Southwire SimPull rope and the Cable Glides product line, one of our potential clients, basically, when we were describing what we were wanting to do, the reality is that the Cable Glides test bed rope is not ready for manufacturing yet. The SimPull rope is on the market. Every electrical contractor would be currently using it, and basically the request was, can we make it as true to life as possible based on what a current installation would actually be done as. So what we did is we went back to the drawing board and we said, how do we get the Southwire tension off the rope? Because what we believed was the Southwire rope was actually just being bound up because there was nowhere for it to center out or to get off the sidewall between the individual 90s. And so what we did is we came back, we added the additional length in between each of the 90s so we can get some of that sidewall pressure reduced, especially here in the horseshoes. That's why we went with 5 feet here and 5 feet over on this one as well to take that sidewall force off. I can tell you, just a few moments ago when we were setting this up for the install that's about to happen, that we were actually able to get the Southwire rope to move within the 90s. It did have some force on it, but what we're almost positive is going to happen is that right now the tension that we have on the tugger, once we get the Southwire rope inside the raceway with the pulling heads, and the Cable Glides product line is actually allowed to ride on the inside of the 90s as opposed to the Southwire rope, we actually believe that that pull force, the resistance that we're having right now, will actually drop. So whatever that pull force is, we know what that is because of the tension we just put on there. But we're going to actually hold that for the next video because we'd like to see how that drops once we actually start the installation and the Cable Glides product line is installed. So this is actually the end result of going back to the drawing board. Yes, we realize now the TVs are not centered, so I apologize, it's been dusty in here, but this is what we're about to do. So we'll get this video uploaded. We will have the readout data. The Greenlee tensiometer was actually donated to us, like most of the rental equipment, materials, and a lot of the labor contributed to us as well. But once again, we just wanted to give everyone an update, show them and tell them why it is that we're doing what we're doing. And then very shortly, we're going to do the Cable Glides test bed install, and then we will pull the Cable Glides product line out. We will reinsert the Southwire, and we will mimic that exact same installation. So we'll have a true comparison. The readout will come from the Greenlee tensiometer. We'll download that, and then we'll turn that into a video presentation on its own accord. So we thank everyone for tuning in, and we'll be back shortly with the test bed data from the Cable Glides product line with General Wire and Cable versus Southwire SimPull. Thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you later. Bye.